Hello, hello, hello.
Hello everyone. Today we shall discuss about our chapter, that is fraction. First, we will define how fraction works and what is the meaning of fraction. Right? Actually, a fraction is a part of a whole. Right? And we will tell you how to write the uh, form of fraction that I'm going to discuss with you. You see, this is the way in which we define the fraction. I already told you a fraction is a part of a whole. Let us explain what is the meaning of this one. Let us explain it. You see here, we are explaining this one, that you see here, and this we are explaining by this one, that what is a fraction. Actually, a fraction, what we define, that fraction, in type of fraction, how we write, that I am going to define. This is a fraction. In fraction, we have three things. Suppose I am writing 1 by 2. 1 by 2. This is the number, we call it as numerator. This is numerator, and this number is known as denominator. This is denominator. This is denominator, and this line is called the fraction bar. This is known as fraction bar. This is known as fraction bar. Now I am going to explain what is the meaning of fraction. Suppose we are taking a fraction. Fraction is a part of a whole. Suppose we have taken two parts like this one. It remember that all the parts are equal here. Remember that all the parts are equal. That is important for us. All the parts are equal. All the parts are equal. Right? Suppose I want to know what is the part of this drawn figures, colored part. Right? You can write that what is the number of colored part. Colored part is 1, and total number of color part is 1, 2, 1 by 2. Therefore, the fraction of this part is 1 by 2. If I say what is the uncolored part, this is the colored part, this is the colored part is 1 by 2, colored part is 1 by 2. And if I say what is the uncolored part, then it will be seen here that it is uncolored part is 1, and what is the total part? 1 plus 1, 2. 1 by 2 is the uncolored part. This is the uncolored part. And how we define a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole, right? Now we'll explain by some figures how we express this one. Suppose I want number 3, I want 1 by 3. I want to represent 1 by 3. First, you have to draw in this way. You will divide into three parts, but equal in all respect. You see, these are equal, right? All the parts are equal. You have to write that all the parts are equal. All the parts, all the parts are equal. All the parts are equal, right? One third. Suppose I want to draw this part, then you can say the colored part is 1 by 3, right? In this way, you can draw. Another way I can draw is in this way. Suppose I want 2 by 3, then it will be like this. In this part, one part, two part and three part. All the parts are equal. If I do two part, 1 and 2, this will be 2 by 3. Two colored part and total number is 1, 2, 3. Therefore, 2 by 3 part. In this way, we can define the various types of fractions. Now we have various types of fractions, right? Now we'll draw about various types of fractions, various types of fractions. What are the various types? Various types of fractions. What are the various types of fractions that I am going to discuss? First one, what we call it as proper fraction. Proper fraction. What are proper fractions? Proper fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator are proper fractions. Suppose I am writing 1 by 4 or 2 by 5 or 3 by 7. Here you see that the numerator is less than the denominator, and that is proper fraction, right? Number two is improper function, right? These are various types of functions. We know this one, and we have to remember this one also. That these are the various types of fractions we'll deal with today, right? And number two is improper fraction. Number two is improper fraction. Improper. What is that? Improper fraction. Improper fraction. Actually, improper fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator. Numerator is greater than denominator. And you can write like this: numerator is greater than denominator, that is 5 by 11. Or you can write numerator is greater, that is 5 by 2. Or you can write 7 by 3, or you can write 5 by 3. You see, in all the cases, numerator is greater. Therefore, these are known as improper fractions. These are known as improper fractions. In this way, it defined all these types of fractions. Besides that, we have other types also that I am going to discuss with you. And this is improper fractions. And this said that we have mixed fraction. These are mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. And mixed fractions are those fractions in which we get a whole number and a proper fraction. Suppose 5 by 2. 5 by, if I divide 5 divided by 2, we are getting 2 to the 4 minus 1. That is, we can write 2 whole 1 by 2. And this 2 is a whole number and 1 by 2 is a fraction. And this is what we call it as mixed fraction. That is 7 by 3. This one. 7 by 3. If we divide 7 by 3, we are getting 3 to the 6. That means what we are getting is 2 whole 1 by 3. If this is 5 by 3, you can write it also in the mixed fraction. That is 5 by 3. That is 5. If we divide 5 divided by 3, then 3 1 is 3. It is 1 whole. We can write that it is 1 whole 2 divided by 3. That is mixed fraction. In this way, you can write all the fractions. These are the various types of fractions we are dealing with, right? Now we learn also about other thing, that is what are the other types of fractions. Number 4, what we call is unit fraction. Now we learn about unit fraction. What are the unit fractions that I'm going to learn also? You see, what are the unit fraction that I'm going to learn? Unit fraction. Unit fractions. Unit fractions are those fractions in which the unit fractions is there. Besides that, we have these type of fractions we will define in this way. There are various types of fractions, I already told you, and you see these are the various types of fractions we are getting here, right? Now we will tell you how to draw the different types of fractions. In how to draw these figures, that is important for us. How to draw, that is important for us. How to draw, let us explain how we are drawing this one, right? The first one I already told you, that is we are and defining all these things. And various types of fraction is, I already told you, proper fraction is 1 by 4, 2 by 5, that is numerator is less than denominator. And in case of improper fractions, it is 5 by 2, 7 by 3, 5 by 3, that is numerator is greater than denominator. And mixed fraction is one whole number and another one is proper fraction. And unit fractions, there are also unit fractions. Unit fractions are those fractions in which there is a unit. Unit means one, right? That is the numerator will be always 1, that is unit fraction, right? In this way we will find the different types, right? In this way we will define all the fractions. Unit fractions, if we write the numerator as 1, that is unit fractions, that is 1 by 5, 1 by 5, or you can write 1 by 2, or we can write as 1 by 6 or 1 by 10 or 1 by 100. Unit fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is 1, that is unit fraction. Besides that, we have other types of fractions also, and that I am going to discuss with you. That is, first one is proper fractions, improper fractions, right? And the next one is what we got is the, and now we learn about other fractions also, right? Now we learn about the other fractions, that is this one, that is like fractions and unlike fractions. Like fractions are like fractions. Now we learn about like fractions. And like fractions are those fractions in which the denominator is same, right? Suppose 1 by 5, or you can say 2 by 5, or you can say 3 by 5, or you can say 4 by 5. We here see all the denominators are same, therefore we call it as like fractions. And besides that, we have other factors also, that is number 6 is unlike fractions. What are those? Unlike fraction. Unlike fractions are those fractions in which the denominator is different, that is unlike fraction. Suppose I am telling you that is unlike fractions is like this. Suppose I am giving unlike fractions in this way. Unlike fractions is like 1 by 5 or 2 by 6. You see the denominators are different, and this is 3 by 7. So we can say it as unlike fractions. Again I am repeating, first we have proper fractions, then when the numerator is less than denominator is proper fraction. Improper fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator, that is improper fraction. Mixed fractions are a whole number and a proper fraction, that is mixed fraction. Unit fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is 1, and like fractions are those in which the denominator is same, that is like fractions. Unlike fractions, if the denominators are different, then they are known as unlike fractions. Now we will show you how to represent these different types of fractions that I am going to discuss with you, right? How to or you can say this one is like fractions, this one, or there is other fractions, that is equivalent fraction. There is another thing that is important thing, that is equivalent. What are equivalent fractions? We can say it as equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction. What are the equivalent fractions? Equivalent fraction means, suppose I am writing 1 by 2. We multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number. Suppose I am multiplying with 2, 22 to the 4, or multiply with 3, 23 to the 6, 4 to the 4, 4 to the 4, 4 to the 8. These are equivalent fractions, because if I simplify it, we get the value 1 by 2, and this is known as equivalent fractions. These are different types of fractions, and besides that, we learn how to add, how to subtract these fractions. Right? This is what we call it as fraction. Again, I am repeating, the various types of fractions are proper fractions. If the numerator is less than denominator, this is proper fraction. Improper fractions, if the numerator is greater than denominator, it is improper fraction. Mixed fraction, one whole number, and a proper fraction is a mixed fraction. Unit fraction is if the numerator is 1 in all the cases, 1 by 5, 1 by 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 10, all these are what we call as unit fraction. Like fractions, if all the denominators are same, then we call it as like fractions. And unlike fractions, if the denominator is not same, that is unlike fraction. And besides that, we have equivalent fraction also, that is 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 4 by 8. These are known as equivalent fractions. Now we'll learn to draw these all these types of fractions. How to draw, that is important for us, right? How to draw all these, that is important for us. Suppose I want to draw this figure 1 by 4. How to draw, that is important, right? Let us see how we are drawing this one. You see, we will draw the various figures of these fractions. We will draw the various figures, and let us draw. And you have to remember that in all the cases, all the parts will be equal, otherwise it will be not the fractions, right? Now we'll see how we are going to do this one. Now you see we are drawing this one. Suppose that we in case of proper fractions, we are taking one part, and in case of proper fractions, we are taking a part that is 1 by 4. We'll take 1 by 1, that is this one, right? Suppose 1 by 4. 1 by 4 means, suppose 1 by 4 parts means you have to draw 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the parts are equal. Only then I may draw more colored one part, that is it is 1 by 4 part, right? This one, right? If you want to write 5 by 2, how to draw the 5 by 2? That is important. How to 5? First you divide 5 by divided 5. First you divide 5 by 2, right? That is 2 to the 4, 1. That it is 5 by 4. 5 by 2 is equal to 2 whole 1 by 2. Right? Then 2 whole 1 by 2. How to draw the 2 whole 1 by 2? Suppose the number is 2 whole 1 by 2. What is the meaning of 2 whole? Suppose there are 2 apples. One apple is this one. One apple is this one. One plus this is 1. This is 1, 2 apple. And this is half of apple. Half of apple. That is half. That is 1 plus half. That is 2 and half. That is 2 plus half. And that is, you are going to find 2 and half. That is 2 and half. Right? And if in case of mixed fraction also, that is 2 whole 1 by 3. Suppose I want to draw this figure, there is 2 whole 1 by 3. How to draw this figure? 2 whole, I am taking 2 whole. Suppose I am taking in this figure, this is a whole. I have taken a whole part, and also I have taken a whole part. Whole means 1. Whole means 1. This is 1. This is 1. And this is a whole also. And if we divide this into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, right? And if we drop one part, this is 1 by 3. And if you add all this one, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 3, then we are getting 2 whole 1 by 3. In this way, you can find the fractions actually. And mixed fraction is same, 2 1 by whole, 2 whole 1 by 3, 2 whole 1 by 3. And unit fractions are same, that is 1 by 5. Number 4 is unit fraction. Suppose I want to draw 1 by 5, then it will be 5 parts, 5 equal parts. Total part is 5, but both all are equal. Equal in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All the parts are equal. And if I want to take one colored part, this one, then it is the value of 1 by 5. It is value of 1 by 5 part. This is 1 by 5 part, right? These are the different types, and these are like fractions means all the denominators are same. Unlike fractions means all the denominators are different. That is unlike fractions. And equivalent fractions, I told you, that is equivalent fractions are those fractions in which if you simplify, you will get the same number. Suppose 1 by 3. If you multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number, suppose you multiply by 2, that is 2 1 2, 2 3 is 6, multiply 2, multiply 3, 3 1 is 3, 3 3 is 9, right? Multiply by 4, 4 1 is 4, 4 3 is 12. In this way, you can, these are equivalent fractions. These are what we call as equivalent fractions. You have to draw all the figures to have a clear idea about equivalent fractions, right? In this way, we can get all the fractions, equivalent fractions. Now we'll learn about how to add the fraction, right? We'll getting addition of fraction. After that, we'll learn other things. Now we'll learn about addition of fraction, addition and how to subtract. These are addition. I'm doing addition of fraction, and let us learn about addition of fraction. How we add. That is, we are addition of fraction. Addition of fraction. How you add? This is the same. Have the same rule. Suppose I am adding 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, right? It is if you are adding, what is the rule? The rule is first you find the LCM of the denominators, 2 and 2, 2 1 is 2, 2 1 is 2. What is the LCM? LCM is equal to 2 into 1 into 2, that is 2 to the 4, right? We take the LCM 4, and it will be 1 into, divide this 4 by this number, by denominator 2, that is 2 to the 4, right? 2, it will multiply by 2, plus 1 into, divide this by 2, that is 2, 2. So we are getting 202 plus 2, that is 4, and that is 4 by 4, that is equal to 1, right? In this way we do all the fractions. If that numerator denominator is same, we, if the denominator is different, how to do? If the denominator is different, is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2, how to do this one? Same, first we'll find the LCM. LCM 3 and 2 divided by 1, 3 and 2, therefore the LCM is 3 into 2, that is 6. LCM is 6, here find, we are getting here 6. You divide 6 by 3, we are getting 2, plus 1 into, this is divide 6 by 2, it is 3. That means we are getting 202 plus 303 by 6, it we are getting 5 by 6. That is our answer. In this way we add, and we know how to subtract also, that is, you also know how to subtract is the same thing. Let us subtract 1 by 1 by 2 minus 1 by 5, right? The subtracting this one. Same way, that is, we first have to find the LCM. 2 into 5, that is 10 is the LCM. 1 into, if we divide 10 by 2, it is 5. 5 minus 1 into, divide 10 by 5, 5 to the 10. That is, we are getting 5 on the 5 minus 2 by 10. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 by 10. That is our answer. In this way, we subtract, right? Now we learn all how to add, how to subtract. Now we learn how to find the decimal. How to find the decimal. The decimal can be written in this way. Suppose I want to find the decimal of 1 by 2. That means that we divide 1 divided by 2. You have to give a point 0 to 5 to 10. That is the inspired to find the decimal. We have to divide this number by this number. You have to divide numerator by denominator, and we are getting 0.5. In this way, we will find the decimal, right? And if you want to find the product, how to find the product? Suppose this is the way to find the decimal fraction, fraction into decimal. Again, I am writing how to do this one. Suppose I want to know about 1 by 5. What to do? Divide 1 by 5. That is 0.05 to the 10. We are getting 0.2. 0.2. In this way, we will get the decimal point or fraction to decimal. Besides that, we have other things how to find the product. Suppose I want to find the product. Product can be written 1 by 5 into 3 by 2. How to multiply? 1 into 3 by 5 into 2. That is 3 1 is 3 and 5 2 is 10. Here in this way we have to multiply. Suppose you want to multiply 5 by 6 with 3 by 7. Number 7. This is product or multiply 5 by 6. 5 by 6 into 3 by 7. 3 by 7. That means we can multiply in this way. It is 6 into 7 and it is 5 into 3. That is 3 5 is 15 and 6 7 is 42, right? Or you can cut it also, that is 3 1 is 3, 3 to the 6. That is, we can write 5 by 7 to the 14, 5 by 14, and that is the answer, right? In this way, we got the product. And besides product, we have division, we have all the things. You can divide also. Suppose we want to divide uh, 10 divided by 5, and divide 10 with 5, that is 5 to the 10, and we get the value as 2. And in this way we can divide the fraction also. In this way we get all the things in this way, right? And the next one is reciprocal. What is the meaning of reciprocal? Now let us find the reciprocal of something. Reciprocal, what is the meaning of reciprocal? Reciprocal means, suppose I want to find the reciprocal of 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, I want to find the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 5, the reciprocal of 5 is 1 by 5. The question is why? If you multiply 5 with 1 by 5, we'll get the value 1. This one is the reciprocal of this one, right? The same way we can find all the values, all the reciprocal values we can find. Suppose, right? Suppose we want to find what is the reciprocal of what is the reciprocal what is the reciprocal of 5 by 10, 5 by 3. Then the reciprocal of 5 by 3 will be, the answer is the reciprocal of 5 by 3 is 3 by 5. The question is why? Because if I multiply this number with this number, we will get 1. That is 5 by 3 into 3 by 5. We are getting the value as 1, right? That is the reciprocal. In this way, you can find any reciprocal or numbers, right? This is the way in which we find the reciprocal, right? Now, there are other things that is we can find. These are the different types of fractions we already discussed, and in this way, we find all the figures of fraction, right? We define what is the meaning of fraction. We represent the fraction in drawing form. After that, we define all the fractions. We know about how to divide, how to multiply, how to get the reciprocal, right? Dear friends, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you everybody for watching this video.